let's answer this once and for all with a true expert on pervy garbage on a laptop. If anybody would sue to keep their search engine results from showing, it's this dude. This is Dinesh D'Souza, and this is a video entitled, in keeping with what we're talking about, "The New York Times confirms the authenticity of Hunter Biden's laptop and intelligence officials remain quiet." I mean, it's that kind of zinger languaging that really, I don't know why he doesn't work for a big newspaper writing headlines, because that's just, I feel like that one snatched my heart, and I'm pearl clutching right now. It's just so, it's like a lightning bolt. I think it was Mark Twain that said the difference between the right word and the wrong word is the difference between a lightning bolt and a lightning bug. All right.
New York Times has confirmed the authenticity of Hunter Biden.
No, they have not. Appears to be is not a confirmation of anything. Fuck you, knock it off.
Laptop. Now, we didn't need the New York Times to do that. Simple truth of it is everyone.
Oh, Mr. Nice Guy. Mr. Nice Guy says, "Hal, I worry about you getting an ulcer from all this fuckery. Please take care of yourself. We need you." Don't worry about it. I don't get genuinely upset at this stuff. See, there are real problems in the world. There are real things to be concerned about. I'm a father. I have a son. My father has health issues, as some of you know, and he's a great man. I love him very much. My mom is still alive, thank God. And I'm in a relationship. I have a vehicle that I have to drive in traffic with other human beings. I have a lot of travel to do. I have to worry about my singing voice when I'm doing certain gigs and my speaking voice in others. I have to, deal with the realities of casting in my or the lack thereof in Hollywood at any given time. And then, of course, there are big geopolitical events that are going on, like Ukraine and the demographic shift of the planet and climate change, like big serious things. So I do not, as much as I get riled up and enjoy myself, I don't take these fuckers seriously, even if the details, of like the content or the subject matter, I guess more specifically, is serious. I find that it's my responsibility. The more serious the issue, the less serious I should take these people. And indeed, I do meditate. Good point, Bob. Why, if I care deeply about an issue, would I allow myself to get wrapped up in the criticisms and chicanery of jackasses like this? See what I mean? Yeah.
Knew that this laptop was authentic. Why?
Because I said it's authentic, and I said they authenticated the authenticness of it, and this is how I know. Okay, so let's know why. Maybe he's going to hold up a picture of it.
Because when the New York Post first published its article about the laptop, this was in October, by the way, before the election.
Right before the election, right around the time that the Comey presser shifted things for Hillary in the election before. It was within the spitting distance of the election, therefore an unverifiable amount of time, therefore a story that could negatively affect things but was unfairly dropped in an attempt to sway voters leading up to an election. And again, no picture. In the New York Post story, is there a picture of the laptop? Is there a picture of the reporters looking through it? No?
A bunch of news outlets went rushing to the computer repair guy who had provided the laptop, where Hunter Biden had left the laptop.
Oh, he did? He provided it? Who did he provide it to?
And he said, "Yeah, it's authentic. It's his laptop."
Yes, it's his. I didn't see who brought it in because I can't see more than 4 inches in front of my fucking face. And when we looked through my receipts, there wasn't one. And then days later, I came up with one, and the signature doesn't look anything like Hunter Biden's, but he was on crack, so.
And then comes Hunter Biden's business partner, Bob Ulinsky, to confirm the information.
No, Bob Ulinsky confirmed business emails from other sources. Not that they came from the laptop. They're from his own correspondence, not from the fucking laptop. Some of them were done from Hunter's phone. That doesn't, if they have his emails from that guy's computer. That doesn't mean they have Hunter's phone. So why the fuck does it mean they have his laptop?
On the laptop, and yet the left did everything it could to kill that story. The media, in a sense,
No, you guys did. I didn't do anything to kill the Hunter Biden laptop story. I've talked about it every time it comes up. And all I'm asking for is to see it. Weird, huh? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I didn't hide it. The left didn't hide it. The left didn't bury it somewhere. The left didn't make copies of it and then shelve it and disappear and only have a piece of paper that they took a photo of that shows that it was dropped off with somebody else's signature in it to a guy who can only see 4 inches in front of his fucking face after the story about Keith Ablow's house fell apart because he was doping and fucking his clients while he was still working at Fox News. I didn't do that. The left didn't do that. Show me the fucking thing.
To not report on it. Twitter, of course, shut down the New York Post article. Facebook.
Yes, because it was completely unverified bullshit and an attempt to sway the election. Prove me wrong.
That they would not feature the article until they fact-checked it, which had never happened. And so.
Right, because they couldn't find the fucking laptop. All right.
In fact, they killed it also. And then
Oh, I'm sorry. They killed it? Did they kill the laptop? Oh, no, they killed the article because they couldn't fact check something that doesn't, because it couldn't prove a negative, because there is no laptop. There is no laptop. There's no laptop. Fucking hell.
Interestingly, 51 senior intelligence officials. These are former retired directors of the CIA, people like that. People.
Uh-huh.
Like John Brennan, former CIA director, Mike Hayden, former CIA director, Leon Panetta, former defense secretary, John.
Yeah, you mean people who've taken an oath to protect the country, and though I may have my differences of opinion about how they carried out that duty, have actually done it, unlike this asshole who's a felon who went to jail for, what was his actual charge? Hold on. Let's see. Oh, he pled guilty to making an illegal campaign contribution of 30. Let's see. He was sentenced to 8 months in a halfway house near his home in San Diego and 5 years probation and a $30,000 fine. There we go. Dinesh D'Souza was sentenced in Manhattan federal court to 5 years of probation, 8 months during the first year to be served in a community confinement center after pleading guilty to violating the federal campaign election law by making illegal contributions to the United States Senate campaign in the names of others. D'Souza was sentenced today before the court, before the U.S. District Judge Richard Berman. According to the indictment, prior to the federal election is today and limit, In 2012, the Election Act limited contribution to $5,000 from an individual to a candidate. In 2012, D'Souza contributed $10,000 to the Senate campaign of Wendy Long on behalf of himself and his wife, agreeing in writing to attribute that contribution of $5,000 from his wife and $5,000 from him. In August 2012, D'Souza directed other individuals with whom he is associated, namely his assistant and a woman with whom D'Souza was romantically involved. Debbie, do you know about this? I'm sure you do. The straw donors to make contribution to Wendy Long's campaign on behalf of themselves and their spouses, which totaled $20,000, which is he promised to reimburse them for the contributions. Later the same day or the next day, D'Souza, as promised, reimbursed them $10,000 each for the contributions. When confronted by Ms. Long, D'Souza initially misled the candidate before admitting what he had done. Now, these folks that say this is a Russian disinfo campaign, which is what they're going to say, I think he's referencing because they've all said this. Those folks, again, have not been charged with a crime of trying to defraud the U.S. government the way he has.
Laughlin, former acting CIA director, all these top guys come out and go, this laptop is Russian disinformation.
I'm sorry, what laptop are we talking about? What laptop? I'm not familiar with what laptop you're talking about. I know there's a hard drive that allegedly was a copy, but I'm sure in the digital world, a copy is as good as gold.
Now we know that all these guys
No one forges digital documents.
were lying. Either they were lying or they were.
Oh, no. Just say they were lying. I mean, nothing's more Christian than bearing false witness, Dinesh.
Incompetent. And of course, their state.
Or they were aware of the ongoing dissemination of false and misleading disinfo from Russia, and they were seeing that this was absolutely in line with the kind of techniques they'd used before. And since there is no laptop, they obviously have issue with the details.
That this was Russian disinformation provided then a basis for Democrats to say there's nothing to this, as to provide a justification for not covering the story, dismissing the laptop. I mean, think about it. This laptop.
What laptop?
And the expose of the crimes of the Biden family. By the way, it exposed the fact that Biden was lying when he said he knew nothing about his son's business. The laptop showed he was actually.
No, he didn't say he didn't know anything about his son's business. That's fucking ridiculous. He said they didn't discuss his business ventures. I'm sure he knew what his son did for a living. Again, this is putting words in someone's mouth and then calling them a liar.
Actively present.
Also, this motherfucker was cheating on Debbie and donating, and he used his mistress to get money into Wendy Long's campaign? Huh.
So this would probably have sunk Biden, and the left knew it. That's why.
Yeah, it would have sunk him if people had believed it, but since they couldn't produce the actual laptop and all of the files were bullshit, it didn't do anything.
So,
Benjamin, thank you. He found it. It's in the chat room. Thank you. It's a picture. It's clear as day.
For them to shut this down. That's why they essentially got this group of 51, the gang of 51, let's call them, to make this claim.
Because gang is a bad thing. Gangs are bad.
Now, based on supposed intelligence that was available to them. Now, it's possible.
Yeah, supposedly, as former members of the CIA and stuff, they were like aware of Russian disinfo over the years, and were aware that this had all the classic hallmarks of something like that. And unfortunately, Dinesh and all of the entire Republican Party and the current president of the United States at that time, Donald Trump, the one thing that was missing from them to push back against this was an actual laptop.
Of course, that these 51 guys are just 51, fools, 51 idiots.
I see. 51 fools, 51 idiots, many who served in the military. But I'm glad the Republicans have stuck to their whole thank you for your service thing.
And if that's the case, I guess it would explain a little bit about why we were so unprepared for 9/11, why we couldn't find bin Laden, why we were wrong about war.
We couldn't find bin Laden? Because the Obama administration found him. I don't know if you know that.
Weapons of mass destruction in Iraq, why nobody.
And by the way, hold on. The intelligence community wasn't to blame for 9/11. Bush didn't read his PDB. He didn't take action on it. The intelligence community went, here, fucking Osama bin Laden is planning to attack the homeland. Here it is. And Bush was like, I don't know, give it to Dick.
Predict how an Afghan withdrawal would go. It could be that we just have low IQ guys in the field of, ironically called intelligence, very unintelligent.
Seriously, did he go to George McFly charm school?
Intelligence officials, but I don't think.
Hey, Biff, get your damn. Last night, Darth Vader came into my room and from planet Vulcan and said if I don't ask Lorraine to the dance, he'd melt my brain.
That's what it is. I think what it is that you basically have people who are fundamentally dishonest to their core, ideological.
Well, yeah. Like, you mean like the people who say there's a laptop?
Partisans who are using their title in order to state something that they know to be false. They kind of knew the laptop.
And you're doing what? Using your title as a felon to state things that you know are false? Again, what laptop?
Right. They knew it was authentic. The New York Times.
No, they didn't. And they still don't. And neither do you.
Confirmation is just, in a sense, saying what everybody already.
They did not. And by the way, they didn't confirm it. Knock it the fuck off. It's lazy writing.
Knows. But they went to bat for Biden because they wanted to pull him over the finish line. They wanted to make sure that Trump was defeated. And so what the New York Post does now is they contact all these guys.
I don't know that. According to Trump, that's not what happened. According to Trump, it didn't work. He won. It was election shenanigans that kept him out. Remember? I mean, come on. You guys know this. Hold on, I have to bring this up. You guys know this. Trump he won the election. You guys know this. It didn't matter.
What?
Yeah, it's true. Even the people did believe the laptop. They did. They heard the story. They knew it was all real, and they voted for him. He got way more votes. Biden didn't get anywhere near that many votes.
What?
Yes, it's true.
And they asked them, hey, do you take back your earlier statement where you said it was Russian disinformation? I think what's really fascinating is that all of them won't respond. And so...
Yeah, because they've told you their opinion about it, and they're sticking to it.
Michael Morell, former CIA acting director, now at George Mason University. No response. Doug Wise.
No response. It's terrible. It's almost as if they still believe what they said.
Former Defense Intelligence Agency Deputy Director, now at the University of New Mexico. No response. Nick Rasmussen, former National Counterterrorism Center Director, now head of some global internet center. No response. Mike Hayden, no response. Jim Clapp.
And again, what are you reading from? Did you call them? Because I wouldn't respond to you either. No reply at all. Thank you, 250. There's no reply at all.
Is
anybody listening? Oh! All right.
Leon Panetta, no response. John Brennan, no response. John McLaughlin, no response. So all of these guys are now hiding under the...
To who?
Desk and refusing to call back. Why? It's kind of like they've been caught out in a lie, but they know that the media even now is going to protect them. They're not going to find gangs of reporters and people taking...
You know what they're not going to find? A fucking laptop. Find it. You know all these people, Dinesh. Ask Rudy to borrow it. Talk to Stu on Glenn Beck's show and ask the dude who wrote the book who allegedly has seen it to give it to you. He'll tell you he just saw a hard drive that Rudy gave him, and he said a copy of a copy, and he didn't check the metadata. But don't let that stop you. Tell him you know he's got it, and all he needs to do is let you take a picture with it up close. Really close, like several where you're holding it up, and you can see the sticker for the Beau Biden Foundation on it. And then the model number on the inside. Just take off. All you got to do is there's a couple of screws. You lift it up, and on the motherboard... inside there will be a unit number. That's what we need to see. And then we need a forensic copy of the hard drive posted online with a searchable database where the metadata all lines up.
Photo as they come out of their homes. And so what they say is, let's just write it out. Let's just basically say nothing. We'll let the storm pass. It will all go away. And essentially we will have gotten away with the lie.
What lie? Oh, the lie that there's a laptop. Right. Hold on. Cancel. No, thank you. Thanks for watching today, guys. Man, today's show just zipped the hell by. Thanks so much. And thanks to everybody who watched the morning show as well. This is Hal Sparks Mega Worldwide. I'm on every day from 3 to 5-ish. Try to stay within the lines on that. And tomorrow's show is at 4 in the afternoon, because Pacific time, because I have family FaceTime. We move it later on Thursdays. And then Friday morning show, 9 a.m. if you want to join me for that as well. And then the afternoon show. And then, of course, the radio show on the weekend. Coming up April 1st at Yamava, we've got a Nerd Halen show in Riverside/Highland, California. And then we're going to be in Jackpot, Nevada in May. And then very possibly, and we're working out the details now, we're going to be in Dallas, Houston, and San Antonio in June, July, and October. So it'll be like long weekends where we're doing one show a night over 3 nights, jumping city to city. More details to come when those get locked down. And then, of course, I am also doing, let's see if I can bring this up right now. This just got booked. Just happened. Very exciting. By the way, I'm doing the Final Cut podcast. I'll be doing that this Friday after my morning show. And then, where are we? Oh, yeah. So May 20th through the 22nd, I will be at the Laugh Factory in San Diego. So if you're in the San Diego area, May 20th, 21st, and 22nd, there are 3 nights, 5 shows. I'm guessing 1 Thursday, 2 Friday, 2 Saturday. That's how we normally do it. And we're adding dates as places come back online. So I will let you guys know as shows start popping up. Nerd Halen has eaten a bunch of weekends. And as you know, when my kid gets out of school and we have the summer together, I pick and choose my dates very very carefully, so that I spend the majority of time with him over the summer when he's not in school. So just be understanding. June, July are my dry points for most shows and stuff. Although there are, like I said, there's ones coming up. So anyways, regardless, take care of yourself, take care of others, and I will see you guys tomorrow, 4 p.m. Pacific time. And remember, there is no laptop, and Joe Biden is God.